pleasure to introduce to you retired Air Force combat pilot Major Mary Jennings Hegar. She received a Purple Heart after being shot down during her third tour in Afghanistan. In 2009, she became the 6th woman ever to earn the Distinguished Flying Cross. The first woman to get it? Amelia Earhart. In 2012, Hegar teamed up with the ACLU in a lawsuit against the Department of Defense, fighting for inclusion of women in combat. Now, MJ Hegar is in another fight, this one in her home state of Texas, as she tries to secure the Democratic nomination for Congress that would put her up against the Republican incumbent. She is also the author of Shoot Like a Girl. MJ Hegar, good morning.
Good morning, Megan.
So good to have you here. This book is so revealing. I know it's just now out in paperback, but the story and you come clean about making it to the position you did in the Air Force and then the National Guard after that and the 3 tours of duty you did. Can we just go back, because I want to start with some of, people might look at you and think, yeah, she's a badass, I get it. But you went through a lot of sexism. You had a rough childhood, a father you described as a monster in the book. And then you make it into the Air Force, and take us to the day that you meet your commanding officer in Japan.
Yes, so I was a very polished cadet, you know, and I was very excited about my career and excited to meet my first commander, who would be my mentor for the rest of my career, for sure, and I would have so much to learn from him. And I reported in and saluted, and instead of returning my salute, you're not allowed to drop your salute until it's returned, so it left me kind of hanging. Didn't even look up and said, the first time your time of the month gets in the way, I'm going to fire you. And I was like, is this a test? Or so I just kind of dropped my salute and left. But it's important to point out, for every example of discrimination or misogyny, there were 20 examples of amazing men that I served with as well. Yeah. But definitely, you know, to advance what we're trying to talk about in the book, we do point out a lot of the barriers along the way.
Well, you talk openly about what you say was a sexual assault that you suffered at the hands of a doctor in the Air Force. And as dark as that was, one of the things that jumped out at me in the book was you were trying to decide shortly thereafter whether you would stay in the Air Force or go. And there was a moment at which you saw that person nominated for an award. And there was another man in the Air Force with you. Was he your commanding officer next to you? And tell the audience what he did.
So he had been trying to convince me not to leave. I was in the audience of that particular award ceremony because I was receiving an award too. I was one of his top maintenance officers at the time. And I had been sexually assaulted. The command at the time had convinced me that it would be dealt with in-house, which is what happens to a lot of you know, victims of sexual assault in the military, men and women. And then it was at this award ceremony that he was nominated for the same award I was nominated for.
The one who was going to be dealt with was nominated for an award.
That's how they dealt with it, I guess. And the decision was made. Then I turned and looked at my commanding officer, and he kind of was like, all right, yep, I understand. You know, I'll help you process the paperwork. And it was on my way out that the opportunity to fly with the Air National Guard, because I had spent 5 years active duty Air Force trying to become a pilot. And it was on my way out of that you know, somebody said, well, have you looked into the Guard?
But he knew. I just thought it was so interesting that he knew
without a word spoken, because he had been fighting and fighting to keep me in. And I had been saying, I don't know that I can do it.
I just feel like this happens all the time, where otherwise great organizations lose great women because women say, I'm not going to deal with this. I don't have to live like this, and I can do better than this for myself. And when you hear what MJ did when she got into the National Guard and fought for our country, and it has something to do with those tattoos on her arm, you will understand what a loss the Air Force suffered. She saved the lives of fellow service members in combat war zones. We're going to get into it. But perhaps her greatest accomplishment occurred right here on U.S. soil. We'll have all of that when we come back.
My oldest stepdaughter came to me the day before that I got the phone call from the ACLU to take part in the lawsuit. And she said, I really wanted to be a Marine, and you didn't tell me I couldn't do that. Why didn't you tell me that? And I said, I would never tell you that. Why do you think you can't do that? Because that's a boy's job. She had been told that by an adult in her life.
We're back now with decorated Air Force combat pilot MJ Hegar, who has earned a Purple Heart and the Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor. She says that her stepdaughter's words ignited something within her, and she made a big decision the very next day, which was what?
Well, coincidentally, I got the phone call the very next day from the ACLU saying, we'd like to repeal the ground combat exclusion policy. We think it's unconstitutional. And I said, the what? I had no idea women were banned from combat. It was news to me with the shrapnel wounds in my arm and leg, and the women that I had medevaced off the field. But apparently there was a policy in place barring women from applying for jobs whose primary mission was ground combat operations. I hadn't suffered under that too much as a pilot because women weren't barred from air combat. But when I was medically disqualified from flying, I was not able to apply for the ground combat jobs that would have been a perfect fit for me because I was a woman.
Which is so absurd when you hear what she had done in her 3 tours in Afghanistan, which included
ground combat.
Explain the tattoos.
Well, we were shot down on a medevac mission and had to engage the enemy in ground combat to protect our patients. And we got everybody out alive, and it was 9 of us versus 150. We were on the ground for 20 minutes. One of the bullets that hit the aircraft went through the windshield and shattered into a bunch of pieces, and I got peppered in the arm and leg. And it was the scar tissue from this that, I would reach down to pick up my kids and I would see scar tissue. There was something about wanting to take back this part of my body and turn it into something beautiful. So I have, a cherry blossom over every little bit of, scar tissue. And I had surgery here to remove some shrapnel there. But
I want the audience to know that they were forced to make a hard landing near the Taliban forces. She grabbed her rifle, stood guard. This is after she'd already been shot. The rescue chopper came from them. There was no room. MJ and her comrades were forced to fly on the chopper's skids. Does that mean like the feet?
it does. Yeah.
She was forced to fly on the skids while exchanging gunfire with the Taliban, only to come home and be told that women aren't allowed in combat. It's so absurd. So they are now, because that was reversed.
No jobs close
you
to
won
women in the
that.
military. That's right.
And now you are running for office in Texas, and you're a Democrat. What kind of Democrat are you?
I get that question a lot.
Because you're from Texas, so we want to know.
I'm a Texas Democrat. I'm an ass-kicking, motorcycle-riding Texas Democrat.
Texas voters, we will leave you with that to ponder. MJ, thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me
courage,
on.
all of it.
Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.